Welcome guys again to another tutorial piano lesson. Of course, everything is about the keyboard. Everything's about the piano. Anyway, enough of the gist. Now, I had promised you in my previous video that I was going to make another video that gives further explanations about enharmonic notes, enharmonic chords. What is an enharmonic chord? From the word itself, enharmonic, it means it's one note that is identified differently, or it's just a musical note that is written differently. One musical note that is written and expressed differently. Now let me simplify that even much further. This is a C, right? We remember. This black note right here is called a C sharp or a D flat. Now, if you notice, this note can be expressed as a C sharp or can also be expressed as a D flat. Did that just blow your mind? Of course not. Music is so simple. It's all about mathematics and physics. Now, this guy right here is a C sharp. Why is it possessing two names? Remember from the explanation, one note that is expressed differently. So this note can be expressed as different note like a C sharp, and also expressed differently like a D flat. If you sharpen a C, one semitone, I said a semitone is just one note away, you get a C sharp. If you flatten a D, one semitone below or downwards, you get a D flat. Now from that, can you guess what is sharpening and what is flattening? To sharpen a note is to raise it, a semitone. To flatten a musical note is to lower that note, a semitone. You can do that many times as you want in any key. But there are rules. For example, you cannot sharpen an F to get an F flat. We will get to that later. Now, let's now look to this second black note from the cluster of two. Now let's look at this next cluster. This note is, can you guess? A D sharp or what? An E flat. So for you to get the name of these black notes, you have to look at the note, the white note below it and above it. Like for example, this note that we just finished up with. What is the note that precedes it? This guy. And what is the note that is now preceding it? Is an E. So this note is between two white notes, a D and an E. Okay? So this note will possess the two names based on these two guys. If you name this note based on a D, just like a C sharp, if you name this note based on a D, it shall be called, it will inherit the name D, but because you sharpened a D, it shall be called a sharp. So this will be a D sharp note. If you choose to express it differently in terms of an E, remember, it shall possess the name of an E. But because this note comes before an E, it means it is a flat note of an E. It's lower to an E. It's an E, yes, but it's lower than an E. So it shall be called an E flat. Buckled your mind? Okay. Now I hope you understand. From a D, D sharp, from an E, an E flat. So such notes are the ones that we give them the name we call the enharmonic notes. you can go ahead and look even to the other third, the 3 notes right here. You remember I called this first note an F sharp? Guess why? Because it comes after an F, and also a G flat because it comes before a G. Boggles your mind? Next, this note I called it a G flat, a G sharp. Why? Because it comes after a G, and I also called it an A flat because it comes before. So if or when a black note comes after a white note, it becomes its sharp. If a black note comes before a white note, it is called a flat of that note. Okay, let's continue. This guy is between an A and a B. So guess the name. Let's begin with this guy. So let's name it in terms of an A. So it shall be an A sharp. Let's now name it in terms of B. It shall be a B flat. We are now back to a C. So now let's now count all these notes. So musical notes are only 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So musical notes are only 12. We only replicate these notes again over and over and over again so that we could have now a full musical instrument. Please practice, write down these notes, practice until you become good at them. You might wonder, do enharmonic notes sound different? Yes, they sound different, but they are just any other musical note like any other. Whatever I could play on a C, I could play this. I could do it. Right? I could do anything on this keyboard. The only thing you need to do is to learn them and to understand them. So that is it, guys, about enharmonic notes. Please subscribe and push that bell thing that keeps you notified, and you will get the next video. In my next video, I'm going now to look at now how to combine chords together. How to combine chords together to make music. In short, I'm going to talk about what we call progression. Until next time, thank you guys. My name is Maisha Ibizi.